Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video. We're exploring Crow and her brother Raven. Now, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to tell the difference between these two birds. Ravens do tend to travel in pairs, whereas crows in larger groups. If you see one of them flying overhead, you'll find crows have more of a fan-shaped tail, whereas ravens have either a triangular or a wedge tail. And also, crows have this kind of cawing sound, whereas it's more of a croaking from a raven. Today we're just going to kind of put them together and look at the messages that both crow and raven bring us because they are quite similar. You can kind of get into the nitty-gritty and break them apart, but let's look at when one of these birds appears, what that means and why you might want to call upon them as well. Now, what I've noticed during this time where we're in the COVID-19 pandemic and we've got this whole hibernation, myself, and I'm running one of my online courses about animals at the moment, lots of people have noticed a lot of crows and ravens around. What I've always been interested in is why they come around, and we're going to explore that in this video. I love their intelligence and being able to watch them. I remember sitting there, I used to sit outside when I worked in the shopping centre and watch them outside around the bins and flying around the car park, and just how you could see their brain ticking. And there's some other great videos on YouTube where you can really explore that as well. So I think there's some great lessons we can learn from this bird and when we can bring in its magic as well. So in this video, we're going to explore why we would want to work with crow or raven and why they might come into our lives to give us different messages. And there they are. I wonder if you've ever noticed a lot of crows around. Well, crows being black, as well as ravens, are like black crystals. We use them to absorb negative energy. So if you notice that one of these birds is around, it suggests that maybe they've come to help you remove negativity from your life. I mentioned before that with the COVID-19 pandemic, we're all in hibernation. This is very much, 2020 is a time of transformation. It's all as though we're in our cocoon, thinking about what no longer serves us. Some of our rubbish is coming up, and they're here to serve us and take that away. Crows have a strong connection to the other realms, and it's said that they take our negativity and carry it away to be cleansed and removed from this planet. I remember a story of a lady who went through a rather savage breakup, and she was very hurt and heartbroken, and she ended up having to move into a new house by herself, away from her partner. Now, every morning she'd be woken up by these crows, cawing, and it was slightly annoying, but that was just where she was living and that type of thing. One weekend, she went and saw a healer and had quite a profound healing and felt that she really shifted a lot of the heartbreak, hurt, and suffering from that relationship. What she noticed the next morning, there was no crows. They'd gone. Their job was done. They'd helped to remove that negativity. So if you do notice crow around, whether it be live or whether crows or ravens keep coming up on TV, you see pictures, they come into mind, they come up in conversation, that type of thing, it could be worth looking at what negative energy you're holding on to and what do you need to let go. Another reason why crow may come into your life is crows are one of the animals of the threshold. These are animals that are able to pass between this realm and other realms. They're messengers. We see them often in movies and TV series where they are sent to send messages physically. They can travel over distances and send messages, and that's how they can be used, but they also bring messages from the spirit realms. So if crow or raven is appearing for you, it could be that there is something that the spiritual world is trying to tell you. Maybe you're about to go through a new spiritual initiation. Maybe there's something Spirit wants you to know in order for you to evolve. Start looking for omens and signs. Crow may be the first one, but when crow calls, have a look around. Think about what you're thinking about. What is there to learn in that instant? There's a message that Spirit's trying to get your attention to, and also helping you to try and connect with the spiritual realms. If crow keeps coming up, I'd really suggest sitting outside at night, taking some time to relax and sitting into the darkness and the silence. Just like the black feathers of the crow, find that darkness, find that stillness, and go into that mysteries. Some other really powerful times to meditate on crow and what the messages crow might be bringing are at dusk and dawn. These are times of the threshold, and so this is a time when the veil between our realm and the other realms are at the thinnest. The most ideal day of the year is Samhain, also known as Halloween, which is in May in the southern hemisphere and in October or November in the northern hemisphere. So crow or raven may appear for you, but you can also call upon crow's magic and guidance to guide you in different situations. If you need protection or you need some negativity taken away from your life, ask crow to help you. Crow can come in just like black crystals, absorb that negative energy and transfer it to the other realms away from you to be rebalanced and harmonized again. Especially if you feel that there is someone around you that has some ill intentions and you're not too sure what they're about, this is a great time to call upon crow. You may even want to feel crow's presence around you and even in fact shroud yourself in black crow feathers. Visualize that around you, guarding you from anything that would drag you down. Crow can also take you into the realm of the unknown or the void. Now the void is a space where anything is still possible because everything is yet to take form. It's a nothingness. It's like when we clear our mind, we allow different ideas to come in. So if there is something that you need to kind of create, if you're trying to be innovative or trying to find an answer, crow can really help. Crow's feathers and crow in general is associated with connecting with our psychic and our intuitive abilities. If you look at a crow's feather, it's black. But if we move it in the light, you'll get this sheen and sometimes even colors in that feather. And this can be a really great insight for, it's like when we're sitting in the darkness, we're sitting still and then we have a flash of insight. A great time to meditate with crow is at night and to really take that time to settle down and quieten the mind and find that stillness and allow those visions to come up, that insight to come up as well. There are lots of ways that you can work with crow or raven. Close your eyes and meditate and visualize the bird in front of you. Ask it to take away the negativity, bring you an answer, or just offer you guidance. Another great way, if nature has gifted you a feather of a crow or a raven. Now don't go hurting birds just to get your feather, but if you have found one on the floor or somehow it has come into your life, this is a great amulet for removing negative energy. Again, brush it across you and visualize all that negative energy being absorbed into the feather, and then take the feather outside and shake it, or maybe leave it outside in the wind, making sure it doesn't get damaged because it's a definite gift from nature. You can also use other gifts of nature to connect with the power of raven and crow. So one that I love to work with is a crystal called labradorite. You'll see it's quite a dark crystal, but when we move it, we get these different flashes of light. This is a crystal that helps us to feel comfortable in the darkness, but also brings us inspiration and kicks in our intuition. It heightens it and allows us to find different answers. This is a really powerful way of connecting with raven. Now remember, I was also talking before about how the crow is about embracing our fears and feeling comfortable in being uncertain and that type of thing. A great essential oil that really helps us to face our fears and to feel comfortable in that that we haven't found out, that we yet to know, is juniper berry. Inhale juniper berry. Juniper berry is also used to cleanse space, to take away negative energy, especially when we've taken on someone else's negative energy. So bringing in juniper berry, aromatically dressing in it, diffusing it, smelling it while you're meditating with your labradorite and connecting with raven or crow, maybe visualizing yourself in a place like nature here and see that crow coming and talking to you and telling you what you need to know. Working with crow, labradorite and juniper berry can be an amazing combination and can help you to really embrace the power of the unknown, the power of the void, bringing to you what you need to know and what you need to manifest in your life, and also feeling comfortable in that kind of space in between before it manifests or before it knows. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what you've been told by crow or raven, or when they've appeared in your life in a rather profound time. Please share in the comment section below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.